keep going. Come here.
Hi everyone, Jesse here with Canine Perspective, and we're back with a very special video. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but the problem was I didn't have a camera crew, and now that I have a camera crew, we've been able to catch these instances on camera now. But it's essentially off-leash dogs, and what to do when you're approached by an off-leash dog. We don't have all the context that I would like, but we actually have a pretty good selection. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clips, and these are only amongst 3 to 4 like lessons or so, where in some cases we have off-leash dogs approaching us in a session, either during a consultation or a training session, multiple times. And I wanted to put this together, one, just to educate people, like if your dog is not off-leash trained, you should not have your dog off-leash. Okay, there's also off-leash laws, at least in the city of Chicago. But that's the biggest thing. And then those people who have their dogs off-leash trained typically have off-leash etiquette and follow certain rules and don't just like take their dog off-leash and go approaching someone whose dog is also off-leash just to have them play because, both dogs happen to be off-leash. Like, my dogs are off-leash trained. If I see someone playing fetch with their dog, or if I see someone walking with their dog and their dog's off-leash running around, I don't assume that they want to interact, okay? So I give space, I go off, I walk with my dogs elsewhere in a different direction, what have you. So I want to break down in this video different types of approaches, but the main kind of theme amongst them all is whenever you're approached by an off-leash dog, most people run away or they tuck back. And if you do this, you empower the approaching dog because the dog sees weakness and then they go, ha, I got you. So if their intent is to bully, they're going to bully. If their intent is to attack you or become aggressive, they're going to become more aggressive because they've already seen you retract and give a flight or fear response. So you always want to actually move towards the dog. And typically what I'll do, in the videos you'll see me go, and I do the Cesar Millan hiss because that's how I first started learning is I studied Cesar Millan and I'm very good with projecting energy. But for the average dog owner, what I'll say is do a loud stomp, clap, and hey! Simultaneously, hey! As you move towards the dog, and a lot of times when they're just sprinting at you and you, hey! You come at them, they'll pump their brakes or they'll start to move back because they're not expecting you to come at them with that kind of energy and it's very confrontational. And this works even if you have a dog that's charging at you just like full on, just full speed. Will it work 100% of the time? No. In the instances that I've seen it not work, it's because it was a friendly dog. Okay, it was a friendly dog, completely non-threatening, just running over, and you're like, hey, and there's this dopey like, hey, I don't mean to hurt you, and then it's like, all right, you have to grab the dog. Even if you have a dog charging at you in a very aggressive fashion, my thing is you want to go at the dog, not away from the dog, unless you have an immediate escape like a door, jumping into your car, hopping over an immediate fence, climbing on top of a car, anything to get yourself immediately out of that dog's range, then fine, please do that. But I would rather stand and confront and have a fighting chance than to try to run and escape a dog that's potentially going to start a dog fight with my dogs or try to attack me. Okay, so looking here in these first couple of clips, you see that when we notice the dog, we immediately position ourselves between the client and the approaching dog. Okay, in the first clip, there's actually 2 dogs. To the crossovers. Okay. Yeah.
Yogi, come here. Yogi. Come here. Yogi. Cut it out.
Coco, come here.
Come on. Yogi, come on.
And you see me split. So then I'm making a split decision of who do I need to approach. And when I see that one dog standing back and barking because I started to move towards them, I was like, all right, you're scared, you're not going to move towards me. But then the golden is that dopey, like, hey, I don't mean any threat, and you see me do a quick hiss, and then I go and I scoop down to grab them, and then the owner calls them, and then they go away, okay? In another clip, you'll see us leave the frame, but it's the same thing. We're going towards the dog, and we're putting ourselves between the dog and the owner. If he really is intent on going to the person, he's like, screw your command, I'm gonna go bite this person, right? Off-leash dog. Here we are, actually. So here, this is a great place to practice because there's so much going on.
I know.
But we also have to be on our guard here.
Tyler.
Okay, so we have our client, we have us, and we have the dog approaching. So when you put that forward body language, they're not going to want to move towards you, okay? Because you're putting confrontational body language. You're saying, if you come at me, I'm going to come at you, I'm going to come at you, and they're going to perceive threat. And this will keep the dog at bay in most cases, okay? In the next clip, you see, I see the dog coming. The guy's just walking with his dog with a chuck it off leash through Oz Park like he owns the place. I just heard that he put his butt down. Oh yeah, 2 off.
Is it really? Oh well, that's started, right?
Place, and I told my client step to the side, and then you see me immediately cross with her and then turn to pivot in case the dog decided to go towards her. Again, I'm there to immediately body block. In the next clip, this is a really good one because this is a fast approaching dog, and I catch it at the very last second. So this gentleman was playing fetch with this dog, and I was hoping that the dog would stay interested in the fetch. So she's trying to keep her reactive dog under control, but it's seeing this high energy play that she's correcting him, and the next thing you know, you just see me whip around and put presence on the dog and stoop to his level or her level, and you see the dog do a 180 and meet like just literally 6 feet away from the owner.
Yeah, of course. Half forward, you got it. Keep forward.
Okay, because I just caught the dog off guard, and the dog just goes whoop and just goes back and like I was playing fetch and goes back to the owner. In the next clip, or the next couple of clips, you see me addressing the person and potentially relax.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. So, and then it's really just how you say. So it's first 2 classes feel. Yep. Assertive. Call your dog. Call your dog.
Come on.
So here, give a correctional pop. Correctional pop. Okay, so the dog is in one case on leash, in the other case off leash. And so I'm working with this client. It's a first class. It just happened 2 days ago. And I see this lady with her Aussie, and she's just walking and having her Aussie meet all these dogs that are to the side of us, right? I'm like, whatever, but I've kind of filed it like, okay, I flagged it like she's probably going to come over here like thinking she can greet us. And as I'm talking to the client, you all of a sudden see me just step off and go, no, not here. And then I point to the dog because the dog is currently muzzled. But she was approaching us from behind the camera with her dog out like, hey, let me say hi to your dog. It's above or near, not here. You want to see it around the arm. So the main thing here is do not be afraid to speak up. It is your responsibility to your dog to speak up, okay? I'm very direct because in my 10 years of training dogs, I've had clients' dogs be attacked by off-leash dogs. I have one client in particular whose dog was attacked by an off-leash dog 3 times in 2 years. I've had plenty of people be harassed by my dog is friendly, don't worry, and their dog is reactive, and they're trying to hold their dog back and call him like, get your dog, this is a problem. I've been approached by off-leash dogs numerous times during training sessions while walking my own dogs. I had a lady when I used to live in the south side in a little village. She was walking down Cermak, which is a very big, busy street, with 4 Shih Tzus off-leash. And I was walking past with a pack of dogs. One happened to be dog aggressive, and one of her dogs charged us, and I had to punt the dog and send it back a couple of feet. And then she just looked at me in awe, and I just kept walking. Because, like, what, do you want me to let this happen? Like, you have your 4 dogs off leash, and then I'm walking with my dogs on a leash. Yes, I had 5, probably maybe 6 dogs at a time, but they were all on leash, all under control, and you're gonna walk down a busy street with your dogs off leash? No, that is against the law. Speak up, okay? The reason why I put this montage together is for people to speak up, to learn that it's okay, and also to learn the correct approach. You know, we recently had an incident where an off-leash dog escaped the yard and charged one of my employees while he had 3 dogs leaving the facility. And he had to kick the dog, keep it at bay, and it ended up blowing up to be this big thing, okay? Their dog was friendly, doesn't matter, because we have dogs here that are not friendly. And by kicking that dog back, we are preventing a potential dog fight. And we're not only protecting our dogs, but we're protecting that dog from potentially being attacked, okay? But no, we're the bad guy at the end of the day because of how they perceive, like, oh, but my dog's friendly, why would you kick it? Because not every dog is friendly, right? And I put together this montage to show people how to approach it. Again, you know, forward body language, you never want to retreat. And there's different instances. Now, in none of these instances did we become physical because there is no need to, okay? However, you see us either body block and shield the client. You see me in this one, and stoop down right when the dog's there to get a 180. And in the next 3, you see me, or in the other clips, you see me talking to the person and telling them no. In one case, I say no, not here. In the other case, I say leash your dog, because the guy was walking towards us with his dog off leash, and we were having a consultation with a very reactive dog. And he's coming over like, hey, let me be a part of the party. Like, no one invited you, okay? It's a huge park, there's plenty of space. I understand that we are putting ourselves in a situation where there are other off-leash dogs, but it does not mean we're inviting them into our space, okay? So, and in the last clip, okay, this clip you're gonna see, there was a woman who was mentally unstable, who was harassing people at Oz Park. And when I showed up, she was harassing one particular couple for like 10 minutes before they up and left. Then she harassed another couple behind us for like another 10 minutes before they left. And then she went to us, okay? Now, I'm talking to my client, and she comes up, and out of nowhere, like she's gonna hit me, and it startles me, and it catches me off guard, and I, move out the way, and then she just walks off, and I just shake my head like whatever, until I see her pursue my client's son. Call 311. Leave him alone. Stay away from that young man. Tell him there's a lady harassing people at the Oz Park. And then you hear me speak up, and I say, leave that young man alone. Okay, in a very assertive tone. I'm not saying please. I'm not trying to be polite. I'm not worried about trying to be nice to people so I don't hurt feelings. I am very direct. I assert myself. I am controlling the situation, because if you try the nice approach, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. But in my 10 years of training, people always blow off the nice approach. Okay, they always blow it off. So people are taking off guard when you're direct, because it comes off as rude. So then you get their attention. Okay, and in some cases, it doesn't always go smoothly. Okay, and that's exactly what happened the other day, and it's happened to me previously. But I'm not worried about smoothly. I'm worried about not having a fight happen. I'm worried about protecting my client and protecting my client's dogs, and in the particular case here, protecting my client's son. That's where I'm coming from. Okay, and if you don't like it, then that's fine. But this is the reality of the world. We're taught, I feel like people are taught that it's not okay to be confrontational. In my opinion, it absolutely is okay if it is to protect something, all right? And This is just a small, we actually, I know there's more footage of us confronting dogs, but we have like 100 clips of training sessions now that we've done outdoors. Excuse me. That I don't have time to skim through them to find those particular moments. But what I have done now is I'm noting them down, and I'm going to just create montages of every time we get off-leash dogs, how we approach it, okay? Now, in the worst case scenario, you may have to get physical and kick a dog away, okay? You have to understand that if your dog perceives threat and is not friendly or what have you, and you don't even know if that dog's friendly, if it's a completely strange dog, like that's the other part, right? And I've seen people say, oh, my dog is friendly, and then right when the two dogs meet, a fight blew up, okay? I've seen that. People think that just because their dog is friendly, 98% of the time, that 2% of the time is not going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. You just don't know when, okay? So it's better to be a step ahead. Protect yourself, protect your dogs, and I hope that these clips provide you with the courage or the bravery, or however you want to term it, and also just the knowledge of, okay, I shouldn't run, I should confront, okay? Again, use your better judgment. If there's an escape route and you feel like you're in danger, use the escape route, okay? You must be prepared that if you're going to confront it and that dog is actually aggressive, you're probably going to have to become very physical with that dog and kick it very hard several times, okay? But you have to protect your safety. There's footage of, and I want to get a compilation of these videos so I can do another video, because there was one of a runner, a jogger, and then the dog got off leash from the owner and attacked the jogger, and the jogger is like trying to be non-confrontational, and the dog's jumping and biting at him. Like, absolutely protect yourself, okay? Dogs have teeth. They will tear your skin, okay? They will leave, like I have scars here from a dog bite, okay? Protect yourself. So I hope that this video has brought you some insight. I hope it's provided you with the information or security that you needed, that if you need to become confrontational to protect yourself and your dog, it is okay, okay? Worst case scenario, you can always contact the authorities, contact 911 to tell them so you can file a police report, so on and so forth. But please stick up for yourself, speak up for yourself, and I'm just with Canine Perspective. Thank you for watching.